Have you guys ever felt like you're living in a loop where every day you just do the same things? You're waking up, you're scrolling through your phone, you're eating the same foods, you're going to school, maybe you're going to work. For my older guys out here, maybe you're just doing the same things all over again and again and again and again. That feeling is a common feeling. And I'm here to tell you right now, that feeling is called monotony, right? And it creeps into everyone's lives, right? At a certain point in age, after you've outgrown your youth, and you have the mindset of an adult, monotony will creep into your life before you even know it. And then it starts to feel like a routine, a loop, an endless loop. And in this video, right, I'm here to tell you how to fight monotony and how to not fall victim into it. Because guys, it all starts once you find your purpose, once you anchor your life with purpose and find the right friends that will help you fight off monotony. Okay guys, first reason, right? Repetition without meaning. I'm gonna say that again. Repetition without meaning. I'm here to tell you right now, guys, that monotony is a part of life. You go to school, you go to work, you wake up every day in the morning, you go to sleep every night, you watch the same shows, you do the same things. It's a part of life and you can't escape it. It will always be a part of life. But what causes monotony is the fact that there is no spirit behind it. There is no purpose behind it. You're just doing this without any meaning, which goes back to what this point is called, repetition without meaning. Now look at it like this, guys. If you're digging a hole every day, right? And one of them just digs a hole just for the sake of filling it again, but the other person digs a hole because he's trying to build the foundation of people's lives. It's the same physical action. They're both digging holes, right? But the other person has a bigger purpose, a bigger meaning behind it, behind digging a hole. And so it's not going to feel monotonous to him. He's going to feel excited. He's going to feel ready to dig that hole every single day compared to the first guy who's just digging a hole just for the sake of it, just to get by every day. And that's just a sad reality for most people. They just get by every day. They don't have a purpose. They don't have meaning behind it. That's just how they live. And you'll be surprised by how many people live like this. You'll be surprised. You would think, oh, people should just have a purpose. People should just know what they want out of life. But you'll be surprised by how much people actually live like this. I'm telling you. So guys, how do you fight monotony? How do you fight repetition without meaning, basically? And all it is that you just have to find a purpose to each and every one of your actions, right? All it takes is that one small reason as to why you're doing this. And it doesn't have to be anything big. It can just be something really small to start off with. Oh, I'm learning a skill so that I can make money for myself, so that I don't have to work this job. Oh, I'm learning a skill so that I can help my family out. All it takes is that one reason, and then all of a sudden it matters. Now all of a sudden it doesn't feel monotonous. All of a sudden you wake up every day ready to do this. Whereas before you were tired, you didn't want to wake up every day. You just want to lay in bed. You just want to stay in comfort. All of a sudden it matters now. All right, guys. Reason number 2 is isolation. Literally, it's just isolation. Another reason why monotony creeps in is because of isolation, right? And I don't just mean physically being isolated. I also mean emotionally, mentally disconnected with the world around you. And not just the world, more specifically your friends, your family members, just disconnected with people around you. Guys, I don't think you understand that you can be surrounded by coworkers. You could be surrounded by your friends, family members, and still feel like nobody really sees you, and still feel like a relationship is transactional. And as human beings, we're not really wired to live in transactional relationships. We're wired to be ourselves, to have that sense of people can see who you really are as a person, right? And while I do think personality is built and you can change it, right? For the most part, you still want to feel as if you're authentic. You still want to feel as if people can see you. And the moment it starts to feel transactional, that's when monotony starts to creep in. For example, right? It could be really small, right? In this example, I could be playing a game and I could be friends with a person, but that person, I only play games with that person, right? That's a transactional relationship. I don't meet that person outside games or do anything as important. The only time I'm really am bonding with this person is through games, is to to that one thing. And a lot of people live like this. It could be something as small as that you can overlook, but it could be the reason why all of a sudden games feel monotonous. All of a sudden, it feels as if it's transactional, all because of something as simple as that you overlooked because you don't see it as important. That's how monotony creeps in. It starts with the little things, and before you know it, your life feels entirely monotonous without ever knowing exactly how it started. And guys, if it starts off as small little things like that, then think about the big things in life that actually do matter to you, and why and how it started off and how it just became monotonous, how it started off to become monotonous. Think about that. If it can be as small as that, why do you think the big things in life that matter to you are all of a sudden monotonous too? So look guys, once your relationship starts to feel transactional, once you start to feel disconnected from the world around you, that's when monotony starts to creep in at the end of the day. And that's when your conversations start to feel dry, your life starts to feel dry, your life starts to feel shallow. You don't feel like you're friends with anybody, even though you guys could be doing things together on a consistent basis. And at the end of the day, this is how friendships end up dead, and also how you become a background character in your own goddamn life. Okay, guys, so obviously, how to fight it is to find people that ignite something within you, right? Find people that give you fire, drive, that people that don't just tolerate you for who you are, but want to grow with you, laugh with you, do something more with you, become more than just friends. You see what I'm saying? Find people that ignite something with you, not people that are just tolerant with you. It all comes from communities that have the same passions as you, friendships that have the same passions as you, family members that have the same passions as you, or just support your passions. It all starts with those kind of things. It starts with intentionality. And never be afraid to open up. Never be afraid to talk about your feelings. Obviously with the right person, right? Because you'll be surprised with how open people are, and how much people can relate to you, or just how much they can understand your feelings and be empathetic. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the last reason, and it's called the power of purpose and the right people, of course. The power of purpose and the right people. Guys, monotony is an eternal state in the end. Someone can live an ordinary life and still feel fully alive, or someone can live a privileged life and still feel dead inside. But the difference that contrasts these two lives couldn't be more apparent. At the end of the day, it's just purpose and the right people that they surround themselves with. Guys, purpose gives your life meaning, gives your life direction, right? It doesn't have to be a world-changing mission that you're on. It could just be something as simple as, oh, I'm trying to get closer to God for my Christians here, or I'm trying to become the man that my children need. I'm trying to become a better person than I was yesterday. It could be something really small like that. It doesn't have to be a world-changing mission. But as long as you have purpose, it changes everything about your life. It changes everything about who you are. It makes life meaningful. It gives joy to all your actions, and doesn't have to feel like an endless loop anymore. And then we have the right people, the people that make inside jokes, the people that you have deep conversations with, the people that tell you the truth even when it hurts, the people that make sure that you're on your purpose, that you're on your grind, the people that help you remember who you are, the people that give you life and color every single day, the people that make sure you're not hiding, that call you out of hiding, that make sure you are on your purpose every single day. These kind of people are the right kind of people. And you combine that with purpose, all of a sudden your life has color, your life has meaning. It doesn't feel monotonous anymore. So if your life is starting to feel monotonous, it's because you're living a life not in abundance. So guys, in other words, if your life is feeling monotonous, right, just think about it. Why is it feeling monotonous? Because more often than not, most likely it's just because you don't have a purpose, or you're surrounding yourself with the wrong friends that don't uplift you, that don't have the same passions as you. That's all of a sudden why your life is starting to feel monotonous. It ain't really hard to switch that kind of lifestyle around. And before you know it, your life will have color. All you have to do is sit down and think about why your life is monotonous, and before you know it, your life will be turned around. And just like that, guys, I'm out. Before I hit the leave button, Patreon, right? Patreon decided to say that my account has suspicious activity. Meanwhile, I have no idea what the suspicious activity is. So if you guys have tried to go onto my Patreon and discovered right, that my account isn't there, it's because of that. So other than that, make sure you follow me on my socials. and I'll catch you guys another time.